All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. So, how's Ravens Flock doing today? I know for me, I've been kind of busy today. I have to go to multiple places, pick up some things, doing some work right now. It is what it is, you know. I'm in a transition between a lot of situations right now. I'll speak on that later, but yeah, y'all ain't gotta worry about that. Just know I was doing some work today. But I know I was not the only one doing some work today. The Ravens were also doing some work today. In fact, they were out there on the field doing some work today. That's right, guys. Today marks the first day of mandatory OTAs for the Ravens. It's going to be 3 days for the mandatory OTAs. Now, it's 3 days in total, but 2 of those days will be spent on the field. Today and tomorrow. Wednesday is more so meetings, so you ain't really got to worry about that in terms of them being on the field in terms of production. But they were out there earlier today. They will be out there tomorrow. Wednesday, they will do their meeting. Now, in terms of what happened today, some of the notes we got from that, for one, everyone was definitely there, doing their thing. The whole squad was back together, but it was really more so a defensive day than an offensive day. In terms of the receivers, Sammy Watkins made a great catch at the back of the end zone, so that was his highlight play. And we heard some solid things about Rashad Bateman, because Bateman was actually making some solid plays out there. Looked good, looked nice. And then Hollywood Brown, he was looking really good out there, especially when it came to the red zone drills, which is something we have to be putting an emphasis on because we have to use Hollywood Brown and Rashad Bateman in the red zone more, hopefully this season. Maybe even Boykin. So, yeah, there was some good things we were hearing about the receivers, but overall, this was a defensive day. This was a day the defense kind of just took over. And the name of the game was interceptions for this practice day. It was actually a very sloppy, well, not very sloppy, but somewhat sloppy of the Ravens offense today. It seems like defense had their number today, and they picked off the quarterbacks multiple times. Not only that, they actually had a couple of false starts that happened, and it just seemed like the offense was out of sync today, which is perfectly fine. Training together, this is what you do. You work to improve. And it's always nice to be able to go up against that defense, which definitely helps with our quarterback. It's always nice to see Lamar going out there. And even when he's making mistakes, it's a positive because he's going up against one of the best teams in the league and arguably the best secondary in the league. So him being able to improve and get better going up against those guys should definitely prepare him for whatever defense he's going to see, this upcoming season. So it's definitely nice. They're just putting in that work. But today was more so a defensive day because the defensive players were shining. Speaking of defensive players, as I said, everybody showed up for these mandatory OTAs. So, all our guys were back, including one of my main guys. He's healthy and he's back. My main man, Tavon Young. Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you on the football field again. We all know he suffered a season-ending injury in week 2, and that was unfortunate. But after all that, he is healthy once again, and he was on the field today, and, he was doing his thing alongside the rest of the secondary, and our guys were just out there doing their thing. I cannot tell you how happy I am to see Tavon Young healthy and back out there again because this is one of my favorite players, man. This is one of my favorite players to watch, and I'm just glad to see him out there because when he's healthy and he's out there, he's a baller. He makes plays, and he just makes our defense that much better, man. It also helps with the depth. So it's just nice to see Tavon Young back because he's going to go out there and make an impact. Just happy to see him healthy. Hopefully, we get through training camp and get through the season, and he's healthy and everyone's healthy. Knock on wood, and prayers up for everybody's health because we definitely going to need him this season because we definitely got some tougher opponents to deal with this season. So hopefully Tavon Young can definitely stay healthy because, again, this is a guy that makes such a huge impact on our defense. And it's nice to see that he's out there, It's always been very tough when it comes to him because he's a great player and we know what he brings out there when he's on defense. You know what he brings to the team. You know what he brings to the defense. So it sucks how he always ends up dealing with injuries that kind of just take him out for the season. And that's the sad part. It's never any small, minor nick-up that may take him out for a game or two. For some reason with Tavon Young, it's been season-ending injury after season-ending injury after season-ending injury. And it's just like, come on. It's unfair. It's unfair. Why is that happening to him? It sucks. But, he's back out there still doing his thing. He's healthy again. And all we can do is just hope that that just continues to be the thing. So we'll just see what happens with him and just how that goes. But other than that, yeah, first day was pretty good out there for these guys. Like I said, it was mostly just defense going out there and coming out sharp, and the offense looking sluggish, not exactly being in sync. The false starts happening. Hopefully that won't be something that lingers into the regular season, but they got plenty of time to fix that. They'll be out there tomorrow. Knowing how this Lamar and this offense is, they're going to be better prepared for tomorrow, and they're going to perform better tomorrow than they did today. It's just how it gets. This is still OTA, so, nothing too serious. It's really training camp. Once that kicks off, that's where the main situation happens. So right now, it's kind of just like, we're just easing it in, letting our new guys get in and, get some reps, get them on the offense, go up against some of our defensive players, and just kind of ease them in. Once we get to training camp, that's where things start to take it up a notch. You start off small, start off easy, and then the intensity starts to build up, and then, we're just going at it. So right now, we're just at that period. We still got about a month left until, actually a little bit over a month left until training camp actually does start. So once that does happen, then we'll start hearing more things. But other than that, it's going to be relatively small now. So day one goes to the defense. A lot of guys got involved. I believe Stevens, our rookie, he actually caught an interception today. So I'm glad immediately he's going out there and making an impact. Stevens is definitely going to be somebody that they hope to use. Just depth for the secondary, or potentially in special teams, but more so depth for the secondary. So, a young player already making an emphasis right now, already making an impact, even this early on, is good to see. And it's also good to see that, our defense is still out there doing their thing, even if our offense is in sync. It really does help when you have one of the best defenses in the league. It just helps your offensive players get better. And it's also nice to hear that both Bateman and Hollywood Brown are looking good out there, looking solid and doing their thing. Only thing that really sucked was the whole offense being out of sync, but they'll get it together. I expect to hear more from the offense tomorrow, but other than that, it's OTAs. Nobody's sweating it. It is what it is. They're just out there training. Once you get to training camp, that's where the most emphasis comes in. But other than that, it's relatively small for right now. So, we just take it by a day-by-day basis. After these OTAs pass, we get ready for training camp, which happens in July. But yeah, that's really all I got for this. Relatively short for the most part. I'm just glad to see Tavon Young finally back on the field again. Hopefully, once again, we'll say it, hopefully he can stay healthy for the season, because if he can, he's going to make an impact. He will definitely make an impact, and he will make our defense better. So, just hoping, man. I'm really hoping. But with that being said, that's all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.